Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Huh. Stupid mic. Stupid mic not being turned on. Alright, let's make sure. Yep. Alright. Welcome back to today's live stream, everyone. Hey, very funny not. How's your day going? Yeah, we're just waiting on everything to load. As I'm getting more notifications on my phone. Don't need to worry about this one. I can just delete it. Cool! Alright, so we were here ready to talk to... Who is this? The mayor? The guard?
What do we need?
State your business.
Whose house is that?
If you have to ask, you sure as heck don't belong here. Sod off.
Huh.
State your business.
I'd like to enter.
So?
Can you let me in?
No.
You currently cannot travel to Everlight Town Hall. Okay, so we can't go to the mayor's place just yet. Why not? What do I have to do? I feel like I'm missing something.
State your business.
I'd like to enter.
So?
Can you let me in?
No.
Alright, so it is the same loop, which is perfectly fine. Let's come over here and let's talk to Clara real quick. And as soon as we're on our way, I'm going to clear my throat. If I can remember what the button is. I'm working on all the side quests. Why are we grunting and groaning? I'm working on the side quests. It wouldn't let me into the mayor's house, so...
There you are. I was wondering when you'd show up.
I came as fast as I could. Where are the villagers?
In a safe place. Not the most beautiful part of this city, but it'll do, for now. Ah, and I sent Ralph to an apothecary. Despite the fire nettle, his cramps have gotten worse.
I see. How was the rest of the journey?
Well, since you made short work of the General's army, it was almost relaxing. Thanks again. I'm not the most pious of persons, but that the Harbinger sent you, of all people, was a true blessing. And I still can't believe we didn't lose a single soul on that journey. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Speaking of it, hang on a moment. Here. I think you should have that. As a token of gratitude. Either way, that's not why you're here, right? You kept your promise, and I'll keep mine.
Allies. Does that mean you'll introduce me to those friends of yours?
Yes. In fact, I've already told him about you. His name is Phelan Argyle, the mayor of this city.
You're friends with Everlight's mayor?
Well, friends is a big word. Let's just say that he still owed me a favor.
Will he meet with me?
Yes, just go to his house and tell the guard that you're sent by Clara Farland. She'll let you in. So, I guess this is where we part ways, isn't it? It was a pleasure, Tahar. Thank you for everything.
Likewise. What will you and your people do now?
Play it by ear, I suppose. That's what I've always been good at.
Hey, look! Now we can go into the mayor's house. So yeah, apparently I can't eat any food and then talk because it clogs up my throat for whatever reason. Which I guess technically is... Wait, did we talk? We talked to this guy yet?
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm
Hello.
sure I have just what you need.
Glistening bows, winter bows, hunter bows. So that's wildlife, humans, fire damage, black, white, increased damage against undead. Your attacks hit one additional target. That's 15,000. Holy cow. All right. So we found the guy who can help us with bows.
Pleasure doing business with you. Come again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn.
Considering I don't know when the next moon's turn is, yeah, we'll be back at some point. Maybe. If I remember, that is. Of course.
State your business.
Clara Farland sent me.
Huh. The description fits. Fine, go on in. Argyle is waiting for you.
Well, thank you.
Interesting.
As a free city, Everlight's leadership is not chosen by the right of blood, but elected by the town's nobility. The most recent mayor, Fulan Argyle, has been in power for over 7 years now, and is known for his endeavors to drastically reduce crime.
Huh?
All right, well, let's see what we can take. Because, you know, it's a mayor's place. We may as well see what there is. Notes, scrolls, books, tomes, sheer amount of it makes your eyes water. Is that going to be the same thing here? There's another one here as well. Yep, same thing. Okay, there is stuff in here.
Now would you look at that?
What do we got? Focus, healing, Finan Mir, the minds behind the smiles, and some gold. All right, we'll read that momentarily.
Well, well, if it isn't the notorious betrayer's child. I always wondered what you looked like. I had something different in mind. I'm Fulan Argyle, Mayor of Everlight. Pleased to make your acquaintance. But let us cut to the chase, shall we? Clara has told me you're looking for an ally. One that can help you put an end to the bloodburn.
What else did she tell you?
Not much I didn't already know. Who you are, and your involvement in the Mage Wars. And before you say any more, I don't want to know.
You don't?
No. The less I know, the less dangerous our cooperation is for me. Also, I fully trust Clara's judgment. If she thinks you're worthy of our support, then so do I.
For a simple village mayor, Clara has a lot of friends in high places.
Simple village mayor. Is that who she is now? Amusing.
Well, who is she?
Someone who was once very powerful but decided to quit. That's all I can tell you without her consent.
So, can you help us?
I believe I can. Let me introduce you to the Wayfarers. Come on in. Tahar, this is Rowan, leader of the Wayfarers, one of the most able mercenary groups on EO.
Rohan?
Tahar. Tiara's breath.
I take it you were acquainted already?
This man used to be my father's right hand during the Mage Wars. He was the one who told him of my plans to leave the rebels.
Interesting.
Don't act so surprised, Argyle. You knew of my past. And you also know that I'm the only reason this war is over.
If I hadn't told the Crown of Asamo's attack on the keep, he would have won. So yes, Tahar, you're right. I told Asamo about your betrayal. But ever since then, I've tried to repent.
Seems that everybody is busy repenting these days. Does it work?
Look, you're angry, and after what I did, you have all the right to be. But this is not the time for discussion. You need an ally, and we're all you're going to get. So, please, let us just put this behind us, even if it's just for now. Let the Wayfarers help you.
Who in the blazes are the Wayfarers?
Mercenaries, as Argal said. I founded them right after the war.
Mercenaries?
Yes. But that's just how we pay for our shelter and our food. Most of the time, the Wayfarers are helping people. Refugees, farmers, homeless. We're protecting those who the Crown has forgotten.
Very poetic. And how do I know you're telling the truth?
He is.
Thanks. Look, Tahar, I know I messed up. I served a monster for over 6 years of my life. But I regret it. And I'm trying to make amends.
So you warned the Royal Army of the attack?
Yes. It took me some time to realize how rotten our movement had become. But when I did, I acted. Just like you.
But please, I can tell you all about this, but not now, not here.
So, this army of yours, what can you offer?
Knowledge, tactics, swords. Whatever it is you and the Harbinger need to end the Bloodburn, we'll help you.
I can't afford an army of mercenaries. I'd have to ask the Purity for support first.
You don't. I will cover all the expenses.
You? Why?
As I said, I owe Clara. Also, it's not as if my wealth and my power protect me from the Bloodburn, do they? Clara has a lot of faith in you, and even though I'm skeptical about the Purity's involvement in your mission, I trust Clara's judgment.
Fine, but we'll have a lot to talk about, Rohan.
Yes, I know.
Well, that's settled then. But as much as I appreciate your presence, I would like you, Rowan, to hear, and your soldiers, to leave this city as soon as possible. An army this size of the Wayfarers will draw the Royal Army's attention sooner or later. And that's something neither of us want to happen.
You're right. Goodbye then, Argal, and thank you for your help.
It has been my pleasure.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems.
I now have to go back in there, by the way.
What's next?
As a free city, Everlight's leadership is not chosen.
Just give the word.
All right, everyone get up here.
If it isn't the pariah, I didn't expect you back so soon. What do you need?
I'm here because I came across a victim of the Bloodburn. One of the farmers in the outskirts seems to exhibit symptoms of late-stage Bloodburn. I think it's best if your men look into that.
Bloodburn. I see. Thank you for reporting this to me. Learning more about this blasted disease is a difficult task. If more people were so quick to report the cases, we'd surely know more about it by now. Here's a small token of gratitude for your diligence. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we hit 11. Okay, so I can get Talismans of Second Chances, which will revive us instantly. We can get Living Liquid, which will refill one of your revived charges. We can get 50 garlic, a poisoned mushroom, or a potion of fresh start. Out of those, I'm going to go with the fresh start potions, I think. All right, so let's see here. Deals ice over time, impairs all enemies in target area. If caster has ice might, it is removed and blizzard's damage is increased. Okay. This is 20%. Cooldowns reduced by 20%. All right. Let's grab the second rank of Blizzard for Druzzl. Let's grab the second rank, finally, of Restore for Yara. And then for Isgrim, let's see here. Something that's... Taunt. War cry is also a taunt. Could increase his max health. Yeah, let's increase his max health again. Alright. Now.
So, what's the plan?
Can I go in here? This door is shut. The mayor casts you a questioning glance. I'll take that as a no. I can't go in there.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own...
Alright, what do you folks say we search the sewers, if I can remember where that entrance was. There's Clara. Here we go. Because I don't think I have anything in the sewers currently. However, we may find other things like artifacts and stuff like that that we need to have really good weapons.
He rattled the dwarf full of gold, saved by the crowd who was told not to trust dwarves, and behold, shady pirates boarding for some sunken mold.
That wasn't a particularly good poem.
Rats with their hairy, ugly butts, they gnawed on our nuts, dangling dead between our legs. But maybe we fend them off next.
What?
This blasted elf, he just won't shut his trap.
What's wrong?
He's been citing poems for days. They don't make sense and they are horrendous. Someone should either pay him to leave or show him we don't want him here.
Interesting. That wasn't a particularly good poem.
Rats with their...
That wasn't a particularly good poem.
Rats with their... They gnaw dangling... But maybe we fend...
That was...
Rat... They dang... But maybe we fend them off next.
Okay. So I can't do anything there. At least not that I've found. Let's go to the sewers.
The hardest thing about business is minding your own. There are few cities where this proverb rings truer than in Everlight. With an underworld almost as large as the surface city, a provider can be found for almost every dark desire. However, the syndicates and gangs of Everlight have mastered the art of staying out of sight. Mostly, they do their business either behind closed doors or in the innumerable tunnels and sewers that run under the city like a web of veins, oozing with black blood.
All right. Time. Holy.
More cutthroats. Take them down.
Yes, I'm going to make them come all this way.
Get ready.
Let's get an entangling shot. Let's get some blizzard over here. And a fireball. And a shield bash. Beautiful. Oh. He's getting hurt. Send a spark. Let's send a smash. And let's come get these guys. All right. Well, that was fun. Oh, we have some stuff up here.
Yes?
All right. What do we get? Legionnaires' helmets, huh?
This way, right?
Sure. Hello, Mr. Skeleton Zombie Person Thingy.
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Perfumed. What? Wow. I can't currently move.
Blasted. Walking corpses. Take them down. What do we need?
Knock it down, please. Or not. Alright, let's back up.
Give the word.
Alright, hit it again.
Understood.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
What the... God.
Alright, why not?
What's next?
Alright, let's get another entangling and a blizzard.
I need healing.
Yeah, I know you do. So does Eastgrim. Wow, this guy has a lot of health. Holy cow, he's got a lot of health.
Huh? Let's see.
No, don't run in there, genius. Can I heal through that? Good.
Huh? Yes? You'll regret this.
So, what's the plan? Have to wait.
Yeah, I'm realizing that. Oh boy.
Yes?
Nope, stay out of the goo.
That's the way?
Uh-huh.
Hey. Why do I keep running in?
So, what's the plan?
Oh, that was close.
Help! Please!
Okay, well that is super annoying.
What's next?
You are weak against... Oh, white. I wonder we're having issues. Okay. Wait, isn't Eastgrim doing white damage? No, deals additional type black. There's the white.
Just give the word.
Huh?
Killed one of our heroes.
Criminy.
Now would you look at that?
Damn it! I need healing.
Wow.
Uh-huh. I need help over. So, what's the plan?
What do we need?
Come on. We can get him.
I need help over here.
Oh, criminy.
Killed one of our heroes.
What do we need?
No!
Damn it! I need healing.
The hardest thing about business is minding your own. There are few cities where this proverb rings.
Okay, so that happened.
Sounds like a plan.
Bandits up ahead.
Let's get a shield bash.
Damn it! I need healing.
Wow, you really do. Why are you taking so much damage? Jeez. Who's hitting you?
I'll keep you shielded.
Huh?
All right, here goes nothing.
Oh, there's still someone down here.
Just give the word.
Let's do that.
Yes. What's next?
Wow, he can fire those off pretty quick.
Here we go.
All right. Well, so let's see if we can do this again.
Something you need?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Let's wait for
Interesting.
everything to be fully healed before we try this one more time. I wish I didn't have to send in myself. Orb of Silence. Purge and silence all enemies in target area. Oh, yeah, those. Okay, so we know this is going to be difficult. And we know that he probably does darkness. So, let's drop this. Let's give Tahar an amulet. Maybe not poison or fire. Let's go with an Orb of Silence. Alright. And we also are going to need the White Damage Staff. And then Yara deals fire damage. This is versus Undead. So let's swap that out. We've got, what, Focus and Focus, I believe? Okay. See, I need something that applies white. That applies white magic. Okay. It's fine. Let's drop that hammer. And yours is already Frost Shell, making you invulnerable for 10 seconds. Okay. Just got to remember to use them.
Sure.
I'm dead. Let's see.
Why do
Got
you
it.
keep running in?
So, what's the plan?
What do we need?
Let's drop a Firebolt and a Harbinger.
Alright, why not?
Good way to get everybody that way. Alright, we're doing better this time. I gotta remember that I can send off these fireballs almost consistently. It's what, about 5 seconds? Oh yeah, we're doing much better this time. There you go, Scrim.
Don't worry.
You'll regret this.
Oh yeah, much better. Much, much better. Whew. Let's get Iskrim out of that bad mist.
Yes?
Oh, I need to get her focus regeneration up a lot. Ring of the Sacred Rite. Reduce all ability focus cost. Oh, hey, look. Speaking of something for Yara. Let's re-equip that on me. Let's give me back my Fire Staff. And the black damage. Okay. So, we want the Ring of the Sacred Rite. It reduces ability costs and gives us extra focus regen, which is good. What do we have this way? Spiders.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Wow, that actually does a decent amount of damage. Should have thought about that when I was dealing with the undead.
Interesting.
Give the
All right,
word.
more venom sacks and chitin shells. That's going to be the same thing there. Yep. All right, so there is another bag back there.
Now would
So
you
that tells
look
me
at
there
that?
were 3 total. All right. What is this way? Don't know. Just more stuff. Oh.
Highwaymen.
All right, here goes nothing.
Yeah, this guy isn't going to last very long. All right, we got a white robe, a green hood, and some gold. That was all that was there, yeah.
You got it.
All right, here's that entrance or exit. Let's come back up here and see what else might be down here.
Get ready.
Naga? Oh boy.
What's the plan?
Oh boy.
Danger up ahead.
Oh, Medusas. So I can't knock them down. That's interesting.
What's next?
Here we go.
All right. So that was some mighty annoying Medusas. Oopsies. Wrong buttons. Do we have anything in here that they were guarding?
Sure.
I'm going to go with no. I also don't see any loot bags on the ground. Darn it. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in this room. I kind of doubt it. But you never know. There's something still in here, though.
Let's see.
A healing potion and some gold. Take it. I'll take it.
Wrong.
All right, here goes nothing.
Take him down.
Drop those back there. Alright, how about a fireball?
Interesting.
Alright, a rusty mace. What else do we get? We get a green robe of focus. Extra focus regen, abilities reduced. Alright, probably end up putting that on Yara. Another lesser glistening staff, which we can just sell. A lesser flaming, a hatchet, a potion of relief. What does the hatchet do? Oh, it's just a green weapon. Okay. So let's pop in here on Yara. Let's swap out to the green robe of focus, I think. Yeah. Alright. That's much better. Her focus is coming back much quicker. She looks a little weird, but that's alright. Sight range. See, I don't really want sight range reductions on any of our long range.
That way?
I wouldn't mind having that on like the dwarf.
Now would you look at that?
But yeah. Yeah, let's go back to
Of the
Everlight.
few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its
Okay, so we're currently in the middle of the city.
Yes?
I would like to try to figure out how to get to the island down here. Yeah, I can't even click on it. I'm guessing that it's not accessible. Well, that kind of sucks. All right, well, what do we want to do before we pop out? We still need Elven and Orcish allies. I don't have any of Isgrim's improvements. We don't have this. We could bring... Oh, I have to return to Mulandir. Okay. Meet with Gore. Travel to the Leafshade Jungle. Advance the main quest. Alright. So let's pop back to Mulandir, which apparently is exactly where we're going, straight to. I can't even... Didn't even hit the main map. Just straight to Mulandir. Ah... Okay. Come on. Let's get it loaded up. Why does it take so long? I wonder how big this game is. I wonder if I could do that. I don't know. I'll have to find out. I just had a thought. I might be able to load this into RAM. Alright, so the Wayfarers are unlocked. We just got the achievement for Commander. And what do you guys do?
Tiara's breath. You haven't promised too much, Tahar. This place is incredible.
Just wait until you see it in action.
Just don't forget, we're here for a purpose.
I won't. I'll go talk to Flynn now. We need to find a good place to set up camp. And, if you want to talk, you know, about the past, then feel free to come by.
In any case, with our new allies, we should be able to go look for the stones. Let's talk at the forge.
Though it might be wise to look for more support first. We don't know what to expect there.
Alright, so we're getting human town centers, barracks, city center, scouting post. Wait, does that now mean that there's stuff in here? Frontier post. Oh, yes. Now there's stuff in here. Okay. Watchtower, fortified watchtowers. Beautiful. Okay.
Yes, yes?
Let me take a look at your designs.
Yes.
Of course. Take all the time you need.
Okay, so we're selling the hatchet and anything gray because gray is... bleh. You're gray. Immunity is crits and interrupts. So I can sell the pot helm. We'll keep the bassinet for now. I already have a flaming staff. We already have a glistening as well. Okay, Golem Smasher. Let's do another reorganize. See if there's anything else in here that I don't really care about keeping. Ah. We still need to read Finunmir. What is this? Fire Nettle? I'm actually going to keep most of this, I think. For a while, anyway. Alright, we've got cost reductions. Reinforcements. Cost reductions and reinforcements. Alright, the Bloodburn, the Mage Wars, we've already read. Orb of Fire. Rusty Estock. Alright, cool.
You know how to bargain, don't you?
What do you have?
Finally out of this blasted city. What a mess.
How are you settling in?
Well, I'm still trying to get used to the idea that I'll be working in an old shape of ruin from now on. Either way, I promised you my help, and here I am. Give me some material and some coin, and I promise you that I'll fabricate the finest weapons and armors you have ever seen.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Ah, the smith.
What can I do for you today?
So, You're from the Windwall Mountains. How is the situation there at the moment?
A bit of a mess since the rebellion. Reynold Hallett, House Hallett's former leader, fell in the Battle of Greykeep. And now his younger brother Wayland is running the country.
You don't sound too happy about that.
Well, word has it he's too emotional and too inexperienced, and from what I've seen, the rumors are true. He cares more about old family feuds, such as the one between House Hallett and House Wulfgar, rather than the well-being of their lands. But I guess there isn't much we can do about it.
Hey, Butch. How's your day going? Sorry, I didn't see you right when you posted that. Or right when that popped up,
the
I should say.
Wayfarers.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
That's a good question.
Come closer. I'm
All right.
sure I have just what you need.
Human Champion improves the Human Champion unit by enhancing its health points. Lowering its recruitment cost. Improves the Human Catapult. Mentalist. Keepers. Whoa. Constitution of 9. Alright. Glistening Greatsword deals additional white damage. We may be coming back here.
Come again.
It depends
Tiara bless your
on
path.
Rowan. It actually depends on what his skills are. Primal magic, white magic. Oh, he's... Okay, cool. I can make him... Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright, so that means I could rework Yara into an actual archer. Let's see here. Increased block chance. Yeah, he's a... what's the word I'm looking for? Paladin. That was the word. That was the word. Auto attacks deal additional ice damage. Shoot out a ball of lightning. Wow. Okay, let's see here. I don't think we need much dexterity here. Okay, maybe we do. Okay, a small shield is fine. Let's put his constitution to 5, however. Oops. What do we have in here? This is all in willpower. This is all willpower. So... put that to 5, put that to 5, put dex to 5. Apply that. We'll go here, 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 here. Resurrect all allies in target area. Transfer 5 focus from yourself to target ally. Tiara's shield. What is that? Regeneration? Okay, let's grab these 2. Okay, so that's 1. It's 1 ability. Let's grab some of these. All of your melee auto attacks deal additional fire and ice. This is a fire nova erupts around you, dealing... Ooh, yes, please. That sounds great. Let's get weakened on there. Let's get fire and ice. And ice. Alright, now, for books... we've got Restore, Resurrection, and Elemental Imbuing. Targets in... Oh, okay. Let's drop Fire Nova on here instead. And then... Yara, I need to give you a... Where are they? Potion of Fresh Start. Really? I can't do that in here? Aw, man. Alright.
What can I do for you today?
So let's see here.
I want to equip...
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Not two-handed. We need a nice... Actually, I guess I don't need a nice one. We do have some. Okay, never mind.
A fair offer.
What do we got in here? We've got Light Armor of the Snake, +1 Dexterity, Doubles bleed out time, extra strength, regenerate 10 HP per second when out of combat, and plus 0.1 focus regen. Spell power of Elementalist increased by 25. Spell cost reduced by 25. Elementalist. Ah. Alright. I think we're going to take that. And I think we're going to put it right on Druzzl. Immediately. That was this one. The channeling robe. Okay, now I need a different hood. Great. Alright. Alright. I think that'll work.
What's next?
I have to run inside. Oh no, we have to talk to Rowan.
Interesting.
Alright, so we'll get all these taken care of.
Ah, Tahar.
Seems your men have made themselves comfortable.
Yeah, they have. But blazes, Tahar. I know I've said it before, but this place is incredible. It's also a very good base of operations. Should we make enemies, and I hope it doesn't come to that, we're well prepared. But I'm guessing that's not what you came here for. You want to talk, right? About what I did 8 years ago?
Why did you do it? Why did you tell my father about my plan?
Well, what do you want me to say? I did it because back then I still believed in your father's vision. What you, Zane, and Helena were going to do, it just seemed, I don't know, wrong. But that doesn't mean it was an easy decision. Also, I didn't think he'd execute you. Probably naive, I know, but it's the truth. You see, I joined Asamo because there was truth in his words. The masks, the pikes, all that hatred against us defilers that the purity of light is spreading now. It was all already there. The people always feared us, simply because we were different. Because we are better than they. Your father, he knew something like that would happen eventually. So he stood up and tried to stop it before it was too late.
Bye, man.
At least that's what he said. And to be honest, I still don't know if he only lost that vision, or had never had it to begin with.
Have a great rest of your day, Very Funny Not. Glad you could join us at least for a little while.
I can't believe you're saying this. The reason the people hate us mages now is because of what my father did. He confirmed their fears for them by starting this goddamn war.
Oh, really? And what about all that shit that happened beforehand? The witch burnings, mages driven out of the cities, gifted children abandoned by their mothers.
Did you just say because we were better?
Yes, better. How else should I say it? We cast fire from our hands, heal wounds with a mere thought, so how would you call it? I call it superior. And the ungifted know it as well as we do. But does that mean that we want to kill them? No. We're not animals, we're people, just like they are. Only that we are the lions and they are the cats. We didn't choose to be that way, but it's what nature chose for us.
I don't know. But to me, it sounds like you're still trying to justify what you did in that war.
That's where you're wrong. It's not all black and white, Tahar. And you of all people should know that. I know I made mistakes. And I've spent the past 7 years making amends. What else do you think the Wayfarers are for? Why else would I have left? And look, I do not expect you to forgive me. I don't even know if I could do it if I were in your position.
I remember that back in the rebellion, ancient relics such as the Godstones were your speciality. Is there anything interesting you could tell me about them?
Interesting? That depends on what you mean by that. I mean, it goes without saying that what this rune allows us to do is beyond fascinating. Apart from that, I could only tell you the things you already know. How both the Hibernians and Shapers worshipped them and harnessed their magic. But that's about it.
So, regarding the Wayfarers, you said that you founded them to make amends. Is that true? And if yes, how did you found them?
Yes, otherwise I wouldn't have said it.
As to how I formed them, it's a long story. And maybe one we should save for later.
Alright.
I want to talk about my father.
I figured you'd want to eventually. What is it you want to know?
Do you think it's true? But he was simply crazy?
Towards the end, yes. He had certainly lost his sanity. But before that, I still don't know. I've said it before, but there's one part of me that likes to think he was a madman to begin with. And then there's the other voice that tells me that he was merely a visionary who had lost his way. But if there's one thing I know, it's that he was a leader. Whenever he spoke to us, it was electric. To this day, I've never seen someone with his charisma.
You sound almost nostalgic.
Nostalgic? No. It's just... I've never met someone with that energy. You have some of it, Tahar. I only started to realize that here. But most of it is still asleep.
This might sound strange, but... do you see any resemblance between him and me?
Interesting that you ask. Yes, there were moments where I could not help but notice that certain... something that strongly reminds me of your father.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Well, I think that the best way to describe it is a sort of look in your eyes. It's somehow distant, but at the same time driven and intense. And it can be both intimidating and charismatic. I believe that it's this energy that helped your father rally the noble houses and all these mages behind him. And ironic as it may be, it might help you with our cause too.
My father never told me how he grew up. Do you know anything about that?
About his childhood? I'm afraid not. He shared some fragments of his past with me, but probably no more than he shared with you.
Let's discuss something else. I'll be off.
All right, so that's Rowan. Let's see what this guy has to offer.
Now look at that. The fabled Corporal. Good to finally meet you in person. I'm Flynn, second in command of the Wayfarers. I have to say, for someone who only led a puny Nortander division once, you're doing quite a good job leading an army so far. Not of them saying I couldn't do better, but still. Anyway, have you come to arm our men? I strongly suggest you do so.
But you're armed already, aren't you?
Well, yes, with rusty swords and dented armors. I mean with proper equipment. If you give me the coin, I'll send out orders to my contacts in Everlight. It'll improve our strike force significantly.
I want to buy some better equipment for the Wayfarers.
Music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
I'm not sure yet. All right, so we've got more reinforcements. Lowering cost, enhancing health. Health. Yeah, it seems like it's just health. All right. Tell me about yourself.
Can you tell me more about you? Rowan seems to think highly of you.
As he should. What do you want to know?
So, what's your job in the Wayfarers?
Well, let's just say that I know a great deal of people. And I can also handle myself in a fight.
What did you do before the Wayfarers were formed?
Depends on how far before we're talking. I did some jobs here and there and then joined the military.
Some jobs? So you were a baker? A bard?
Very funny. I was a mercenary.
And then you joined the Royal Army?
Yes. I was even part of the Wolf Guard for a year or so.
Really? How come we never met?
Because that was way before your time. I know I don't look it, but I'm quite some years ahead of you, Tahar. I served under General Noria, under Sentenza, before that disaster at the Iskander Fortress.
How come you left?
Well, there were a couple of reasons. In a nutshell, I didn't agree with some of the things Sentenza made us do. So I deserted, just like you. Anyway, after I left, I went back into the mercenary business for a while. Then the Mage War broke out, things went to shit, and I went into hiding. Finally, a year ago, I met Rowan, and he told me about his idea. I immediately agreed. Doing good while not being bound to uniforms, orders, and morning drills was something I'd always wanted to do. I simply didn't expect anyone else to share that vision.
That's all for now.
Will do, Tahar. And don't forget, fortune favors the man with the crossbow.
I'm sure it does. All right, let's pop inside. Oh, hello. A devourer. I kind of want to come up here and see if we can take this on, but I know that we're not going to be able to with just Tahar. Yeah, he doesn't have any negative resistances. Interesting. All right. Let's get inside and go talk to Iskrim. I also apparently have to talk to Yara. Okay, cool. There you are. Taking your sweet time.
Will do.
Luckily, it doesn't take very long to load in here. All right, first things first, let's come over here and let's talk to Yara. Oh, there's 2 points of interest in here. Okay.
Corporal, need anything?
Tell me a bit about your time on the road. What was it like?
Is that a command, Corporal?
Please?
All right, but I'm afraid there isn't so much to tell. Have you ever been on the road by yourself?
A long time ago, yes.
Well, then you know how wearisome it can get. Sleeping under the stars sounds romantic at first, until you realize that most of the time it's sleeping in the mud in Druzzl. Most of the time, your stomach and your purse are empty, and your feet are full of blisters. And, of course, there's the constant danger. Especially if you're traveling on your own.
Did you ever have a companion?
Some, yeah, but most of it was just temporary. Though there was one I traveled with for longer. Quentin.
How did you meet?
Coincidence. A small town between Finn and Mir and Lar. We played dice together and he cheated. When I called him out on it, he tried to turn tail. But one of the other guests stopped him for me. They wanted to go give him a beating, but I told them to stop. He gave me back my money and we started talking. And, believe it or not, we found that we got along quite well.
So you started traveling together with a thief?
I wouldn't call him that. He was just young and careless. We ended up traveling for almost a year.
I see. What was your relationship?
You mean... No, we were just friends. He was way too young for my liking, and I think I was too old for him. We were more like sister and brother.
What was his story? Where was he headed?
Into the blue, same as me. He had quite an interesting task, but I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing it with you, to be honest. He wouldn't want that.
Huh. So, how did you split up? What happened?
Nothing dramatic. We came by a village and decided to rest there for a while. The roads had become quite dangerous due to the mage wars, and we didn't want to go out unprepared. I did some healing for the villagers, and he helped out the local smith. He liked it, and the smith wanted him as an apprentice, so he stayed. I was surprised and a bit hurt at first, but then I realized it was probably for the better. I still think of him sometimes, though.
Huh. And how did you make a living?
That was the easiest part. I healed people.
With light magic?
Yes and no. It was my magic that mended the wounds, but since mages are often met with suspicion, how shall I say, got a little creative. Frankly put, whenever I treated someone, I gave him a magical potion to drink, which was just water mixed with some harmless herb to give it color. The rest was laying on hands to help the potion's effect, which was pure light magic and how I did the actual healing.
And that worked?
Better than you'd think. People were fighting over my panacea as if I was Ellen incarnate, while cursing the evil defilers who had caused this war. Ironic, isn't it?
A little bit.
Do you miss it sometimes? The vagabond life?
Well, we're still vagabonds somehow, aren't we? But I know what you mean. And yeah, I sometimes do. The wind on my skin, the vastness of the wildlands, and the fact that all you have to think about is the mile ahead of you. It's another world. There was this one night I'll never forget. I had made a camp at a clearing. set up campfire, and I was leaning against a tree, slowly drifting toward sleep. Then, all of a sudden, it started to rain. Not just the usual drizzle, it was bucketing down, drowning everything, the earth, the noise, the plants around me. My first impulse was to jump up, to find shelter, get my things into the dry. But I didn't. Instead, I saw. I don't know how else to put it. All of a sudden, there was this deep sense of peace, as if all my life I had been chasing something without knowing it myself. And in that moment had found it. So I just watched. I sat there, and I watched. That feeling lasted until the sun came up. And then I fell asleep. When I woke up, it was gone.
That sounds beautiful.
And a bit dramatic. But yeah, it was beautiful. I've never felt something like that again.
And what do you make of it now?
Truth be told, I don't know. But it changed something. Even though I cannot say what it is.
All right. So that was the time on the road.
Goodbye. Yes?
So let's go see what's going on up here. The Secret of the Shapers. Okay. I don't think I want to do this just yet. I think I want to get all of the allies first. So let's go downstairs. Let's talk to Iskrim. See if we can do any Echoes of the Past. And then we're going to go get the orcs. I'll probably do the orcs first. And then we'll do the elves after that. Come on, Druzzl, you're slow. So slow.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess...
Oh, no, you don't. Don't go back upstairs just yet. Soon. You'll be able to do that soon. How much goblin flesh do we have? 8. Okay. I'd like more before we go talk to the goblin again.
May I help you with something?
What exactly is it that fascinates you about the Shapers?
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic. I don't mind sharing, but are you sure you want to go there?
I am. Tell me.
All right. Well, where do I start? You see, the Shapers have always fascinated me. They're all over Io. These remnants of a once so glorious civilization. Yet for some reason, so many people are almost oblivious to it. On the one hand, of course, that's very sad. On the other hand, it also makes it a lot more exciting. It's like I'm a treasure hunter, only that everyone else fails to see the treasures around us. Tell me, Tahar, when seeing all of this, don't you sometimes feel like you're exploring a childhood dream? The kind of world the poets and the bards always spoke of?
Sometimes, yes. It's dark, but also fascinating.
Absolutely. But this childish fascination was only the spark. The more I studied the Shapers, the more enthralled I became with their culture. Did you know that at the pinnacle of their existence, they ruled over all of Io? A global empire with no one to oppose them.
You seem to consider that a good thing.
Oh, good, bad, the world doesn't work like that. Of course, there are writings that hint at the fact that the Shaper Empire wasn't all rainbows and unicorns, but still it was stable. And it persisted for tens of thousands of years. Can you imagine? All this knowledge, all this art, all this wisdom. Nothing in the Io of today can match that. Nothing. It's like comparing a sea full of secrets with a puddle of muddy water.
How do you know all this?
Some of it from writings, some of it's just connecting the dots. I know how many scholars are out there at the universities giving their talks about the inscrutable empire, but it's not nearly as inscrutable as they say. Their problem is they're trying to understand the Shapers by reading books and dusty tablets. That's not how it works. You need to get out there, into the field. And even if it takes years of fruitless digging, eventually you're bound to stumble onto something. Another piece of the mosaic.
Very poetic.
Because it is.
My father always told me the Shaper Empire relied a lot on slaves.
What? No, that's rubbish. The Shapers had castes, yes, and it's probably the lower caste your father was referring to. But to call these slaves is like calling, say, a tanner who was born outside a royal family a slave, just because he'll never be a king. And even the very lowest caste, the Zalanyur, always had enough to eat, a roof over their heads, and could, without paying a single coin, get themselves healed by a cleric if they needed to. So if you think that's unjust, go ahead. Ask an Everlight beggar which era he'd rather live in. He's not a slave, yes, but in some ways he's worse off.
And how exactly did their empire come to be? They must have conquered quite a few nations.
They had the liberty of being the first living civilization on our EO, at least as far as we know. That made it easier to maintain peace and stability. Until the end and the dragons.
See, I still want to know about the dragons.
And yet, they died out.
Yeah. Great mystery.
Most scholars think it was the dragons.
They do, but I doubt it. You saw what the Shapers were capable of. Even a race as powerful as the dragons couldn't have wiped them out. And you see the shape the city is in, Tahar. There's no traces of fire and destruction. But regardless of what it was, it doesn't change the fact that the way the current races of this world treat the Shapers is nothing short of pathetic. They were greater than we'll ever be. But instead of studying this greatness, we ignore them. And why? Just because it doesn't fit into our religion, our traditions, or whatever reason they can come up with. Because to many, admitting what a marvel the Shapers truly were would mean admitting that our culture is pale in comparison.
Is our world really that bad?
That depends on your expectations. We could do worse, certainly, but if this is as good as we can get, then I have nothing to feel but pity.
Alright, let's see here.
Maybe you're right. There's a lot we could learn from the Shapers.
There is. In any case, I suppose you found your answer, haven't you? This is what fascinates me about the Shapers. They're a reminder of what we could be, if only we wanted to.
I see. Well, thanks for the explanation, Iskrim. I appreciate it. Goodbye.
Alright, let's go back outstairs. Outstairs. Let's go back upstairs and then outside. And then we'll go from there. Yep, we're not doing that as of yet. And of course, you know, I have to turn the camera around to actually get out of here. Which, you know, I think is weird, but that's just me. I love our flaming staff. He's so cool. Alright, let's get out of here so that we can redo Yara's skills a little bit. I'll probably have her keep a heal, but I would like her to have that instant interrupt again. That, and I've been focusing on her heals rather than focusing on her damage. Oh, I only have to go through that arch. Okay. Alright, I'll try to remember that for the future. Don't know if I'll be able to remember that for the future, but I'm going to try. And yes, I do realize that they are talking louder than me. I noticed it on this one, so we are going to try to fix that for tomorrow's live stream. Actually, I guess I could fix it once we get to the world map. Just got to turn everything down just a little tiny bit. Specifically voices. Alright, let's see here. Options, sound. Yeah, let's turn these down to 70. Oi! Let's see here. This should be alright. Oh, I have combat music like way, way loud, don't I? Alright, there we go. Drop everything just a little bit. Alright, so I'm thinking we go to the Fort of Bagagor. This will give us Orcish. We can finally have 4 total people in the party.
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the Foot of Bagagor. It is home to the Orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons. While most travelers stay away from Bargagor for this very reason, the Firewielders cherish their homeland's perils. According to Orcish culture, only through constant conflict and danger can a people stay strong and persevere.
All right, here we are. The foot of Bargagor.
And you still think this is a good idea?
I don't think we have a choice. We need all the allies we can find.
Huh?
Interesting, so it's storming here. Alright, let's pop in here on Yara. Boom. Oh, of course, she's naked. Hey. Wait a minute. Fresh start. Huh. And yet she has 12 points available. That's interesting. All right, let's see here. That's willpower. These are willpower. Okay. I also want Dex up to maybe 8. And let's do the rest in Constitution so she has some focus regeneration. All right, so that's just weird. Let's get that twice. Here. 3 focus. Okay, yeah, let's do that. 30%. Every time you drink a health potion, you gain... well, that's nice. What does this do? Perk. Your auto attacks are empowered with white damage. Well, hello. And inflict purge. Okay. Single target, self-targeted, single target, single target. This is crit chance. Single, 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 single. I'm trying to find stuff like this that are perks. So yeah, let's just increase crit chance and focus regeneration. And we still have 2... How do we now all of a sudden have 2 points? Why can't I put one here? Because it doesn't think I have one in Restore. For whatever reason, it doesn't think I have one in Restore. Alright, Yara, you're going to run Restore, which she can't. Okay, so let's do that one more time then. Yeah, see? I don't get this. Alright, let's pop out, pop back in. See if that fixes it. Because, yeah, that's being weird. No, she's still... That's very strange. That is very strange.
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the Foot of Bargagor. It is home to the Orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons. While most travelers stay away from Bargagor for this very reason, the Firewielders cherish their homeland.
Alright, how about now? Nope. Still technically there, even though I can't actually equip anything. That is so strange. So strange. Huh. Okay, let's see here. Heal and cleanse target ally. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to end today's live stream off here because I need to figure this out and figure out exactly what's going on and possibly how to fix it.
Something you need?
So yeah, I'm going to end today's live stream off here. I hope you folks enjoyed it. We will have another one tomorrow at noon Eastern time. However, tomorrow for the U.S. is also daylight when we'll fall back an hour. So it's still going to be noon Eastern time for me, but it'll be approximately 24 hours from right now. It'll actually be a little bit less, but yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I will catch you folks either in a later live stream or in one of my episodes over on YouTube, and stay frosty out there.